Hi Chivermanos, how is it going? As you might already know, we are witnessing one of the closest regular season enders in the latest few years, in the latest tournaments. In fact, Chivas stands 7th place of the regular season table, and El Rebaño Sagrado can still climb a few positions. In fact, Chivas can still end up the regular season as the 3rd place, the 4th place, the 5th, 6th, remain 7th, or hopefully not, but still drop down to 8th or 9th. Therefore, today we are going to review the combination, the mix of results that will place Chivas in each of the different positionings. Today we're going to review the possible playoff seedings for El Rebaño Sagrado. What is already official is that Chivas has already qualified to the playoffs, and hopefully that El Rebaño can still make it to straight Liguilla access. Stay with me to review the combination of results that will give the different seedings to the team managed by Fernando Gago. Let's kick off by placing ourselves in the best position possible, which will be Chivas climbing up all the way to the 3rd place. In order for that to happen, we will need El Rebaño Sagrado to definitely defeat Atlas this upcoming Saturday at El Clásico Tapatío. Besides that, we will need Cruz Azul to lose in their visit to Toluca this weekend, and we will also need a Rayados de Monterrey loss. Besides that, besides the Cruz Azul and the Rayados de Monterrey loss, we will need Pachuca and Tigres to not win their matches because they have a better goal difference than we do. Therefore, we will need Pachuca to either tie or lose, and also Tigres to either tie or lose. Therefore, in order for Chivas climbing up to the 3rd place, we will need a Rebaño Sagrado win, a Cruz Azul loss, a Monterrey loss, Pachuca tying or losing, and Tigres tying or losing. Chivas can climb 3 spots from 7th to 4th and end up in the 4th place of the regular season if the following happens. Chivas must win El Clásico Tapatío this weekend against Atlas, and besides that, we will also need the following teams to not win their matches, and these 3 teams are Rayados de Monterrey, Tigres, and Pachuca. Therefore, in order for Chivas to end up as the 4th seed of the regular season, we will need a Chivas win, Rayados de Monterrey either tying or losing against Necaxa, Tigres either tying or losing their match against Tijuana, and we will also need Pachuca either tying or losing against Mazatlán. As previously mentioned, Chivas is currently tied in points with 28, along with Pachuca and Tigres de la Universidad Autónoma de Nuevo León. Therefore, with this triple tie, unfortunately, Chivas is the team with the worst goal difference. However, in order for Chivas to end up in a better positioning than these two, than Pachuca and than Tigres, Chivas will only need to have a better result in the last regular season match than what would have Tigres and Los Tuzos del Pachuca. Therefore, if Chivas ties and Tigres and Pachuca lose, or if Chivas wins and Tigres and Pachuca don't win, Chivas will be ending up with a better positioning than these 2 teams, and therefore Chivas would end up in the 5th place. That taking into consideration that Cruz Azul and Monterrey don't win their matches, because if they don't do and Chivas does, Chivas can either also climb up to the 4th or the 3rd place, as explained earlier. Therefore, in order for Chivas to end up at least in the 5th place, we will only need to have a better result in our last match day of the regular season than the ones obtained by Los Tuzos del Pachuca and Los Tigres de la Universidad Autónoma de Nuevo León. In order to make it straight into La Liguilla, which is up into the 6th place, we will need to have a better result than either Tigres or Pachuca in the last match day of the regular season. Chivas sits at the 7th place with 28 points. Then below at the 8th you have Necaxa with 27, and then 9th we have Los Pumas with 26. Therefore, in order for Chivas to at least keep the 7th place, the 7th seed, we will need El Rebaño Sagrado to obtain a better result in the last match day than what would Necaxa obtain when they face Monterrey, or than what would Pumas obtain when they visit Querétaro. Wrapping up, in order to keep that 7th place, we will only need El Rebaño Sagrado to have a better result in the last regular season match than Necaxa and that Pumas. Lastly, and hopefully this doesn't happen, Chivas can still go down to the 8th or 9th place depending on the combination of results between the matches of Chivas against Atlas for El Clásico Tapatío, as well as the matches of Necaxa against Monterrey and Pumas against Querétaro. Here the key elements will be Necaxa and Pumas, since Chivas stands 7th with 28 points, then you have 8th Necaxa with 27 points, and finally you have in the 9th place Pumas with 26. Therefore, you have Chivas 28, Necaxa 27, and Pumas 26. Depending on the combination of results, if these are negative for Chivas, Chivas can still drop down to the 8th or 9th place. However, hopefully this doesn't happen. In fact, hopefully Chivas climbs all the way into straight Liguilla access. Remember that El Rebaño Sagrado sits at the 7th place of the regular season table, only 1 point away and only 1 spot away from the 6th place, which guarantees straight access into la fiesta grande del fútbol mexicano. Así que dale Chivas, this has been the combination of results, the special edition of We Go Chi News, when there's only one match day left. Signing off this new edition of We Go Chi News, I am Alfredo Rodriguez, and as always, arriba las Chivas.